Greetings and salutations, people. Just a little, maybe TMI. I am sick. That's why I sound like this, not like usual. But I thought to myself, what better time to film / edit than when you're sick, because you're supposed to be on bed rest and whatnot. So I have time to crochet and edit and do what I'm supposed to do for the YouTube channel. But today, as I promised in the last video, I'm back with a winter themed words with a winter friendly tutorial. I don't know, we're making beanies, we're making beanies. This is actually my favorite beanie that I made because oh my god, I just turned into an 80-year-old man. I'm sorry, but look at the color combination. It's just so pretty together. It's so nice. And yes, this is a look, honestly. And yeah, honestly, without further ado, a winter friendly tutorial, beginner friendly. We're making beanies, and this is the size of beanie that we're making. It's kind of like an S. You want the beanie to be tighter in the beginning because then with the time it will get looser. Yeah, because if you make it loose from the beginning, the more you wear it, the looser it gets, and then it just be too big. And by the way, if you want to make a half beanie, just change colors in the middle. Or should I make another tutorial just for half beanies? Let me know if I should make another tutorial for half beanies, and I'll do that if that's what you want. But now let's just get into the tutorial. Okay, so for the beanie, I will be using a 4mm hook. And a ball of yarn should be enough, like a normal size. You're gonna start off by making a slip knot, and then you are going to chain 50. After you chained 50, you want to chain 2 more and turn your chains around. Now you're gonna put a half double crochet into the 1 to 3rd chain from the hook, and you want to go in the back because first off, it looks nicer, and second off, it is easier to sew the beanie together after it's done. Now you're just gonna go in the back. I first filmed this differently, and in the clips that are about to come, I'm actually doing it here. You can also do that, but I think this just looks way nicer, cleaner, and as I said, it is easier to sew the beanie together. It is up to you how you do it. I just prefer this method, but I don't know what happened before that I put it in the other loops. I'm sorry. Once again, the choice is yours, but I just wanted to show you both options. Now, after you've chained 50, you are going to chain 2 more. Now you're gonna make a half double crochet into the 3rd stitch 1, 2, 3. After you did that, you want to go to the bottom of your chain and count 10. And here you are going to mark the 10th chain. Now you are going to half double crochet all the way to the marked space. Just put the yarn over and go. Okay, so now I got to the chain space. I did the half double crochets, and in the last 10 we are going to do single crochets, because this is the part of the beanie that you know goes up, and you don't need that part to be as long or as thick for the, you want the beanie to look nice, you know, round. Okay, so now we are just going to single crochet. And after you do the 10 single crochet, you're gonna chain 1. Down here you chain 2 because they're half double crochet and you want the end of the row to look nice, and here you only need to chain 1 because of the single crochets. Basically what I mean when I say you want it to look nice up is this. You see the single crochets are up here, and you want it to be easy to sew together because this would be harder, so that's why we're not gonna do that. After you chained 1, you want to turn your work around, and now you're gonna do the first chains single crochets and then 40 half double crochets, but you only want to work in the back loop to make a nice looking pattern, you know, to make the rows that stick out and the ones that go behind. So 1, and 10 single crochets, and now you are going to keep working only in the back loop but with half double crochet. So yarn over, pull the yarn through, and then all of them, and you're gonna do this all the way till you get to the bottom. Okay, I'm at the end of the row, and you always want to go into this last chain for the beanie to have an even, what is it called, for the bottom of the beanie to be even, because if you don't, it's just gonna keep getting shorter and shorter, and that is just not gonna look good. And once again, here at the bottom, where after you're done with the half double crochets, you're gonna chain 2, and you always turn your work around after each row.
keep going with the half double crochets till you get here. You can once again mark the spot.
And
you can mark the spot, and I will see you once again once we get to the single crochets. I don't know why, but it wasn't filming when I said this, but here you want to go into the first chain and not into the second. I'll show you in the second row what I mean. Now, once again, I finished the half double crochets and we'll move on to the single crochets. Then chain 1, turn around, and what I meant before is you want to go into this chain first. You don't want to skip to the second one here. Now 10 single crochets. And now you're just going to keep doing this exact same thing for 56 rows. 56 is a good size for me. It fits perfectly. If you want your beanie to be tighter, then you do less rows. If you want it to be looser, then you add more rows, but I'd suggest measuring it once you have like over 50 rows to see if you're happy with the size or if you need more or less. And I will get back to you once I finish the next 52 rows. This also counts as a row, you know, the first one, the chained 50. But for that, you know, 2 rows make basically this. Okay, so I made 55 rows. No, I did the 56, but here on the last row, you don't want to make to go back up like here, you know, to make the column thingy. You just want to stop down here, because now after you've done the amount of rows that you want to do, we're gonna stitch it together. And here at the beginning of the beanie, you also have a row that doesn't belong to one of the, that doesn't look like this, you know, but we're gonna make it look like that by folding it in half. And here at the end, after you do your last half double crochet, you're gonna chain 1, turn your work around. Now you're gonna hold your folded beanie like this, and you're gonna go into the back loop and the front loop of the first beanie. And then you are going to slip stitch, pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook. Once again, you go in the back loop, then the front loop, then slip stitch, back loop, front loop, slip stitch, and you're gonna do this all the way down, even where we did the 10 single crochets, because now you're just joining it together. It doesn't matter. So back loop, front loop, slip stitch, back loop, front loop, and I'll just keep doing this till the end of the row, and then I'll get back to you once I'm done. Once you get to the last single crochet, slip stitch, and then you're gonna once again make a slip stitch, slip knot, and then you're gonna cut off the yarn, pull through, and now we have to sew it together. You don't need a lot of yarn for this part because we're gonna tighten the top of the beanie anyways. I like to use about this much yarn. Okay, so now to sew this, you're gonna go into these loops right here, you know. Wait. This top loops, and you're gonna go into each one around the beanie. And what I like to do is where we started to sew them together, you know, into this first loop, I like to go through there once again so they kind of cross, and then I tie these together because it makes it easier when tightening up. And now you just want to arrange it. So now you want to make sure that the circle looks nice, and then you just want to keep tightening up till you get it closed. Then make a knot. After you're done, you can sew these in, or you can leave them so you know which one is the back, the inside, or stuff. And now you have a beanie. And yeah, you can do whatever color combination you want, however big or small you want it. You can even do it multicolored. It's all up to you. So this is what it looks like when you put it on, you know. And yeah, as I said, you can have fun with it. You can do multiple colors, you can make it shorter, longer, whatever you want, but this is like the theory of making a beanie, if you will. And there was something else that I wanted to say. I did say that I would come back with a winter appropriate tutorial, and I did that, but I genuinely forgot what I wanted to say. Oh yeah. If your beanie should be a bit tighter in the beginning, because with the time it will become looser anyway. So if you make it tighter in the beginning, not so like your brain doesn't get any more oxygen or you get headaches, but it should be fixed, because then with the time, as I said, it will become looser. So if you make it looser now, then it will be too large. With the time it will become too large, just so you know. But yeah, this was it for this tutorial. This one was a short one, and I already have the next one in mind. So hopefully that would also come out soon. No, not hopefully, it will, because it's for my best friend, and if I don't do it, yeah, I have to do it. So I'll see you guys with the next tutorial soon.